Remember I was complaining that you can't swim fast? Now we can, and the current that the dolphin required to go through, we can go through without the dolphin now. It's a shared ability, doesn't cost anything, and will stay on no matter what. It also has a side effect. The description states, swim faster and more powerfully in Atlantica, plus the circle button to repeatedly to accelerate. In any other world, like when you are heading to like Merlin's house and you fall in the lake, it will get you out of the water quicker too. It's not super necessary to know that or anything, but it helps. It's a small thing, you know? So I believe Goofy's maxed on item slots at this point. Just gonna check to make sure nobody got anything good. I think I got AP? Yeah. Ripple Drive I don't think works in Atlantica for now. Since I have nothing I want, I'll turn on Tech Boost. Give me a little bit of experience if I do tech hits, but I don't think I can. And I'm gonna turn my spells back. Because it's a gimmick fight, like, you don't just attack it normally. I changed my bar, but I'll generally keep it the same. A sea urchin is hiding.
See ya! See ya!
No? Okay.
Deep freeze! Thunder!
Huh. I know there's a couple tricks in this room. It's all clogged up, yet that's her, like, house. So, gross. Yeah, I want this clam to open.
Force!
No.
See ya!
Okay, thought it would give me maybe a hint or something. Magic probably won't work. Yeah, I thought you needed to blow this up somehow.
See ya! See ya!
Oh, and there, that little drag you're feeling, or you saw, was I'm feeling is mermaid kick. Huh.
Thunder! Deep freeze! Fire!
Well, I know there's an item in this, but it's not important, I guess. Alright, so here's Mermaid Kick. And it is very... You can see, like, I am fully moving the joystick left and right when I'm doing that. And it does not allow for sharp turns in any capacity. But, you know, they made this world super sprawling and large, so lets you get through it a little quicker. Mostly it's important to get through the current without needing the belt. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use the save point here. And that magic thing I was talking about where you need to wait for the magic to fill back up is especially relevant on Donald because he is the mage. He gets a lot of MP by endgame, and if you stand on it for, you know, too short, he'll only gain half of it back, especially because he loves to just blow through all his magic. And the shark's back. No, it's not.
Deep freeze! See ya! Deep freeze!
Ugh. The super fun thing about Mermaid Kick, as far as it's programmed, I should say, is
See ya!
in Atlantica to raise your depth of where your character is. So if I want to go up like this, I have to press circle. And if I want to go down, I press square. You know, no big deal. But once you get Mermaid Kick, what it does is overrides that prerogative. So it also uses the circle and square buttons. So sometimes you can just, like that. Like I tried to transition from square to circle, but what it does is Mermaid Kick, I believe, requires a forced input of 2 commands. But what it does, I believe, is it's reading it as... Oh wait, I do not want to go in there. It's reading it as... Actually, I do. Hold on. So that square circle input is being read as, okay, you set down and now you're activating Mermaid Kick, instead of saying, okay, you set down and now you want to go up. Super fun. I don't think this world is as bad as people think, like it's fine. And spoiler alert, but I believe they got so much criticism for this world that they do bring it back in Kingdom Hearts 2, and they turn it into a musical where you press like square, triangle, and circle to keep a beat against a couple new and the Under the Sea song. It's odd. It's also not bad. People liked it, but you know. So if I'm right, he'll say, yeah. So he's giving the hint that you got to go against the current, and once I do that, I'll fight Ursula, and then I believe this world's actually done. This is notoriously one of the hardest fights in the game, though. And if you're under-leveled, it's rough. And I feel like I'm under-leveled. Yeah, as you can see, I'm prioritizing magic, everything that can give me magic over anything that can give me just straight health. Because again, I can just cast Cure, and it does, I think it's currently doing maybe 20 healing instead of 30 for a potion, but it's still better. The one thing that's nice is Mermaid Kick can be kept by, you just hold it, you don't have to, in some games like I think GTA did this, where if you wanted your character to run, one of the early ones I think, they did, if you want to run, you have to tap X, and instead of, so it's basically called toggle and hold, but if you wanted him to run, you tapped X, and then if you wanted him to continue running, you continue to tap X. Where most games will do, like a shooter game, for example, has an ability to say, okay, if you're holding L1 or L2, you're aiming your gun, and then once you release it, you're not aiming in. Same kind of concept. Final boss of this world time. Let's see if I can beat it.
You pathetic fools! I rule the seas now!
This game has wonderful music. If she looks stupid, it's because this fight is stupid. Oh, you also need Mermaid Kick for this fight. For one of her attacks. And to avoid a lot of attacks. So Kyr's actually doing a lot less than I thought. I just checked it there. I was at maybe half health. And half health would be 45. No. Half health would be 22. And it healed not full, so it's like 20. So, one thing I'll talk about quickly is while we're doing this fight, is the health bar on the right, on the left. HP, the color, each color is another health bar. So the more colorful it is, the more health the boss has. Or enemy, whichever one. So this is how you would dodge that attack. You just swim against it, and then she goes, oh, okay, never mind.
Very tasty.
There was a hack in the original game that you could exploit where she would not, and I apologize if you have epilepsy, but there was a hack in the original game where she would not address anything that was behind her, and she has this like fold on her neck, and what you could do is position yourself in the fold of her neck and just be invincible and just continuously press X.
Very tasty.
But I think they made her tracking rotation a lot higher. Tracking rotation just meaning she's facing you and not letting you go behind her.
Not so bad. Get ready for this. Get ready for this.
Get ready for this!
Come on!
Very tasty.
I could use some help from my allies, but... So yeah, one of the reasons right there why Donald came back a lot quicker than Goofy did was because of, again, I put second wind on him to allow him to come back quicker. And he had full health.
I'm angry. Time to teach you some respect.
Ooh, is this a second form? Yeah, this is nonsense. These thunder beams are homing and dumb.
Heal!
They do stop while you do this attack for some reason, while she does this attack. I don't know.
This won't be pretty. This won't be pretty.
Here! Heal!
This won't be pretty.
So that attack, this won't be pretty. I believe it's just to keep you away from her face. I think it's for when she feels surrounded. Just to knock you back.
Heal!
This won't be pretty.
Here!
Alright, let's dance. In case anybody's wondering, Oh, well, I learn something every day. Stop does work. I was going to say it does not. But you saw she stopped for like 2 seconds. So I'm not going to waste mana stopping the enemy for 2 seconds. Damn it. Alright. we're gonna go away from this world for a bit because it's obnoxious. Let's go. Let's go to the Coliseum for a second, I guess. So 7:30. So he would level before him. So I'm gonna do the first tournament alone, and then there's a time trial. But I don't know if, because they're not with me, if they gain experience. But I will know if I level up before Goofy does.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Oh god, ground-based combat
That's the
is
power of the
just
Keyblade.
so much better than sea combat.
See ya! Nothing to it. Thunder! Take that! Ha!
Did not mean to do that, but fine.
This is it! Ha!
I might take that ability off because it's weaker than
Nothing
my
to it.
magic. Here's a trick.
Deep freeze! Ha!
If they stood still.
See ya! That's the power of the Keyblade!
Remember these guys?
See ya! Deep freeze! Nothing to it! Ha! Come on! Ha!
Oh, that was a Hurricane Blast. Sent me careening down to the ground.
Nothing to it!
Still like to see it more before I decide whether to turn it on or off. Focus on the healers first.
Ha! Come on! Ha! Deep freeze! Deep freeze! Nothing to it!
So yeah, there's a Hades Cup, and just imagine doing this 50 times, and because there's 3 ways you can do each tournament, that's 150 times. And I've done it. It's not bad. They give you save states every 10, so if you die, you can come back into the tournament, and if you got to, say you start around 50 and you get to 40 and you die, it says, okay, do you want to start on round 50 or 40? And you can just start on round 40. Oh, one thing to note, this is second seed, but this is the last fight. If you've beaten the tournament, Sora becomes first seed. So the max seed outside of yourself is now 2.
Nothing to it!
Combo plus worthless ability. And we'll do the time trial because it's super easy. Nope, did not mean to do that. Time trial follows the rules of enter together. You get to fight with all your party members, but you must complete it within a specified amount of time. If you do not, you are sent back to the beginning. That does apply for the Hades Cup, where... Also didn't mean to hit that. Does apply to the Hades Cup, where if you fail on time on the Hades Cup, you start at... you start at round 50. Does not save state you for time trial. They call it time limit, same thing. I don't know what the time limit is on the first one. 3 minutes? Okay.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze! Ha! Ha!
My party members are so timid in this game. In the second game, you can really modify how they attack and who they attack and when.
Deep freeze! Come on! See ya! See ya! Deep freeze!
Yeah, so magic doesn't seem to hurt these things. Just odd rules, I suppose.
See ya!
So Nocturnes actually can waste a lot of time just because they're super weak, but they have this evasive property where they'll just zip around the stage. So if you don't catch them in an initial blast of magic, they can run away and drain the clock pretty quick.
See ya! That's the power of the Keyblade!
Now imagine if every celebration pose also ran the clock.
Heal!
So there's Hurricane Dodge, or whatever, Hurricane Blast, or whatever it's called again.
Nothing to it! Deep freeze!
Green Nocturnes are kind of cute. Just little tinkly bells that fly around and really do nothing. Even late game when they heal guys with more than one full bar of HP, they're kind of worthless, not gonna lie. But they make up with it with Moxie. They have Moxie, kid.
This should help.
Actually, what I should have done there, just as a note, is when the clock stops as soon as the enemies die, but then there's this like 2-second window where you can walk around, and I think it's programmed intentionally to let you like heal and stuff, especially for doing the time trial. And that's where I should have been casting Cure and stuff. I mean, obviously I have a minute. I'll have like a minute 20 left or something. Yeah, it's almost a minute 30. So it doesn't matter, but... Tech boost, also worthless. Yeah, so they were leveling while I was leveling, just checking here. Just to gain one more level, and... whatever the reward is, I'm gonna do the... Combo Plus. So let's talk about Combo Plus for a second. What it does is Sora basically has base model for this game, just talking about this one, is he'll do you know, 1, 2, and then what's called a finisher, and that's where he you know, his whole body swings around and whatever. Finishers do about, I think it's 2 times damage or something like that of a normal swing. What Combo Plus does is it says, okay, instead of 1, 2 finisher, you now do 1, 2, 3 finisher. And I never understand why you'd want to elongate your combos.
See ya.
Especially when your finisher's reliable for most of your damage.
This is it.
Yeah, this tournament's giving a bit more experience. Of course, the enemies are... See, like that. You could see 1, 2, and that was like a fourth of the HP bar, and then the whole 3/4 left went away when I did the last hit.
Deep freeze. Come on.
These things, yeah, they like to kill themselves, so
That's the power of the
just
Keyblade.
stay out of its way. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to ask.
See ya. Deep freeze. See ya.
One thing I'll talk about here while I have some time just doing this is the difference between the staff, the sword, and the shield at the beginning is not only does it give you, like, my build gives me more magic, or the sword build would give, you know, more strength, and the shield build would give you more, shield build would give you more defense.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
It also changes what abilities you gain when. To start, I should say, once you hit level 99, no matter what base you took, like if you took the sword, staff, or shield, you will have every ability that every build can take, regardless of what build you took. It doesn't preclude you from any abilities taking a specific weapon. However, okay, right there, thank God. That's guard, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it does not preclude you from getting all the abilities. It just changes the order that you get them in based on the type that you took. So if you took the staff like I did, it will give you magic abilities first.
Heal.
If you took the shield, it'll give you defense abilities first. And if you take the sword, it'll give you damage dealing abilities first. So like guard is going to be an important part that I'll talk about a little later. But if I had taken the shield, for example, I'd have that at like the start, almost the start of the game.
Heal. Come on.
Oh man, I really wanted that thing to die before it went invincible.
Take that.
Huh.
Heal.
So it does not stun invulnerable enemies.
Deep freeze.
Get dumped. So yeah, that ability tech boost I put on, I parried twice there to gain tech points. Normally I gain 1. With that 2 AP I spent in that ability, I gained 2. Super worthwhile.
Deep freeze. See ya. Deep freeze. This is it. Heal. Come on.
God, that stun impact is such a good ability. That enemy behind me has been stunned for the whole time.
Heal.
See, like there,
Nothing to
I
it.
took advantage of the downtime to cast Cure. Alright, so this is Leon and Yuffie, and this is why I was thinking of not taking this fight.
Come and get it.
See, like there, though, it's worthwhile, because I think, you know, it's something like you get 6 tech normal, and now I just got 12, so that's not bad. But with normal, just small fry enemies, it's not worth it.
Get this.
Heal. Come and get it.
It's over.
Win. Here. Come and get it. Take that.
Nice. So that's done. We'll leave Squall out of the fight for a while.
Heal. Let's talk this out.
Speaking of why Arrow's great, Arrow 2 there, I believe, would have...
Talk this out. Heal. Hey, fish it up.
Get this.
Heal. Defense. Let's talk this out.
Arrow 2 would, I believe, have...
It's over.
yeah, I'm gonna use an elixir here. I believe Arrow 2 would... Oh, she healed.
That's supposed to hurt.
God damn it. Arrow 2 will reflect those shurikens she's firing.
This is it.
Back at her, I believe, too. I can normal strike them back at her, but eh.
Wind. Ha. This is it. Ha. Come on. Ha. Come on. Ha. Let's talk this out.
Come here.
Let's talk this out.
Come here.
Come on.
There we go. She's done.
This should help. Defense.
It's over. Get this.
Come on.
Get this.
Come on.
Now you got my...
Come on.
Oh, he's going Super Saiyan pretty early.
You don't stand a chance against me. It's over.
See ya.
Hey, you need a break.
Wind.
Hey,
Nah, I'm good.
you need a break.
Come on.
It's over. Get this.
Come on.
In case I haven't explained, the reason why I don't control the stun like that,
Wind.
I will abuse it for a second. It's an ability that I equip that gives a 30% chance that my finisher will change from that to the stun fire.
Get this.
Take that.
Get this.
Defense. Heal.
Get this. No way.
Done.
I can lose.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Unfortunately, Gar or a Chalcom, kind of fine. It's a rare synthesis item, but for now, it like as a practical benefit for current does nothing. All right. Let's see here. Why do you still have a Protera chain? Is that the really best? I can give you a fire ring. So guard, we're gonna turn that on. It doesn't do anything in Atlantica, unfortunately. So I'm gonna turn Tech Boost off now for that. I thought I could, maybe I cannot They let you do this in the other games, but no. In the other games, you can rearrange where abilities are. In this game, I guess it just levels them or puts them in order based on when you got them. So, like the level you gain them at. So I'm level 33. I'm very close to another level. I'm not going to do time trial on that because Leon and Yuffie, if it was just pure Heartless, it's easy, but... High jump. Remember high jump when I could actually jump in a world? That's the downside of Atlantica. Nope. If you make a mistake like that, you can pause and select world. The first district landing spot, just for clarity's sake, is that door right in front of me. But since I'm usually going to this shop, I'll just go into the accessory shop anyways. It's faster. Oh, you know what? I never gave you your new weapon. You have 4 more strength. Small, powerful shield made for attack rather than defense. It's the same shield with a different color. But it's better, so we give it to him. Yeah, so now he's 1 behind me, but he's higher level than I am. Scrub. Oh, I have some in stock. Very soon I'll start buying high potions over potions because I'm gonna start to hit having 60 HP. Sometimes in gaming there's something called too good to use syndrome where, you know, an item like Mega Ether, which gives 3 to each party member, is obviously significantly better than Ether, which just gives it 3 to 1 character. And so some people will kind of hoard those items and say, well, I only need it for tough boss fights. I don't really subscribe to all that. You know, I feel like I get enough yes, okay. Let's visit Geppetto. Remember Geppetto from Monstro? He's here now. And he gives me a Keyblade, I think. So that is a gummy ship, like blueprint. But I think he gives it to you knowing that you can like build it. There it is, Wishing Star, a new Keyblade. So it's worse than 3 wishes in strength, but the trade-off is that it so critical hit, it does like, especially since it's on your finisher, it changes that from being like whatever I said earlier, like 2 times better than a normal attack to something like 4 or something like that. I'll put it on for now. Its risk-reward thing is that you have to... Oops, nice. You need to be able to hit... You know what, I'm going to take off something here to give you second wind. Tornado. Second wind. Trade-off is you have to be able to reach the final hit, and if you get hit during your combo, you'll never get that second hit. So if you talk to I think if you talk to Pinocchio a couple times here, he gives you some item. It's a gummy ship, so it's like whatever. If it's not talking to him, it's something even dumber, like it's entering and exiting his house a certain amount of times. I do not care about gummy flight, so no. Gonna explore here for a second.
Be free! Be free!
Oh, and I'm gonna go to the synthesis shop, see if I can make anything new.
Be free! See ya! Be free! Here!
God, the music in this game is just so good. So yeah, I turned this on, but I don't know what it does.
Thunder! Thunder!
Just let me abuse my magic bar at my own rate. Oh, one more cool thing that's I think it's really neat. Depending on so it's a sound and visual design thing, which is kind of cool. Depending on the keyblade you're wielding, your attack like hit emphasis changes. So like watch, you see the little gears right there? That's because I'm wielding wishing star, my current keyblade. And then, just for show, when I turn on 3 wishes, the animation and sound, so wishing star was like, you know, like little wrenches or wheels turning and all that. So wishing star, okay, so this is the enemy, the final mix enemy for this area. No, I can't fight it. So you need to, that enemy you need to hack by using like a certain summon. I don't have it right now, so I'm not gonna bother.
See ya! Come on!
So I already got, okay. Because that scene is the same every single time, I will skip it. That's a weapon for a gummy ship, so kind of whatever. So here, yeah, let's take a look.
Come on!
It's hard to see it on that one. I actually can't really see what the specific animation is. It's the sound of the lamp. So that's guard, and we were going to talk about guard, but I forgot. Guard lets you deflect almost any attack incoming at you, but you have to be facing the enemy. It's not a 360 block. Well, I guess it's just those stars. I don't know. So, like, if they let me watch. No, they absorbed it. Alright, let's get out of here. We're not getting enough experience to make it worth the time.
See ya! Be free! Be free! Be free!
Oops. That's right, we were gonna go to the synthesis shop. And elixir, nice. That will be helpful for Ursula.
See ya! Be free!
There's like a lot of effort in this room for no reason, as far as art direction. Most players, I've seen a couple people play this sporadically. I've never watched like a whole Let's Play of it, but most players I've never seen even go back in those rooms. Moogle. So I can make the magic armlet. An angel bangle. I wonder if that's enough for tier 3. It is not. And the created 8 out of 12 is unique only, so I couldn't make like another cottage and it'll say you've created 9 out of 12. It has to be each one. Like the EXP earring almost always gets skipped because it requires a lot of specific stuff. This isn't hard to make, I just need to kill those little requiems. This is more annoying to make. The item, the Moogle badge there also, I believe is a final mix only item. Let's take a look at what we got. Angel Bangle raises max HP and defense. Magic Armlet slightly raises max MP, so it's just worse than Ray of Light. Raises max HP and defense. Damn, I don't want to lose that much strength for 1 defense, and I mean it's 6 HP, which is a lot, but we will give that to somebody else. Yeah, Donald. You can gain 6 HP for no downside. I want to give him this armlet, but